to have our sponsors, and the sponsor that gave us our great kit here now is the ESPN network. I was just saying, I think we're all very proud enough as it is to pull the jumper on, but to have such a great organisation behind us as a sponsor, we're hardly out of our kit. Then you get
Thanks, guys, and look, thanks. I won't take too long. I know you guys are probably pretty keen to get freshened up and get our barbecue pretty hard, which is most this afternoon. But look, just a couple of words from me. I'll wear a couple of hats around this place, which has sort of enabled me to be able to pull a little bit of this together to help you guys out. So, as was mentioned, I run the ESPN business down here in Australia and New Zealand. We're in pretty good shape down here. We've actually got a couple of channels now on Foxtel and Austar. We've got a really good suite of rights, which you guys will be all very, very familiar with, covering Super Bowl. We cover all the college sports down here. We've had a great run with the NBA finals. NBA is very, very popular down here. We also do a fair bit of European sport, and we've got a burgeoning online business as well. We actually just last week concluded a deal to buy a little AFL and NRL online tipping and fantasy business, so we're starting to make our presence felt in that space as well, which is great. So, and obviously you'll see that the Freedom stuff's been sponsored by ESPNW as well, which I hope you guys are familiar with. A pioneering online destination for women's sport and women's sports fans in the US. So I know the guys back in the US are really proud to be involved in that as well. And where we are today, this is a club that I've been involved with for about 10 years. I'm now president of the Eagles, which has always been my passion. I've played AFL since I think I was 4 when I first started playing. I only finished up a couple of years ago. So had a great 10 years involved with this club, and now continuing on as president. So we've been here at this ground for about 4 years, which is fantastic. Our senior side, we run 5 sides at the Eagles, so we have 2 junior sides up to under 18, and then 3 senior teams. Most of them play together out here every Saturday. So our number one, our Premier Division senior sides won the last 2 premierships here in the Sydney AFL. We sit on top of the ladder, going into the finals again. So we're looking good for a three-peat. Fingers crossed, everything comes together pretty well there. I'm also on the board of directors of the Greater Western Sydney Giants, which I think you guys were down at Blacktown over the weekend. So that's just a wonderful, wonderful thing for AFL in this part of the world. And with the job at ESPN, I've got a 3.5-year-old daughter and a 1-year-old son, so it doesn't leave a lot of time for much else. But it is truly a passion, and I think the one ingredient I probably left out of that was a very understanding wife who allows me to spend time. Well, it was interesting watching you guys run around. She's actually Irish and has no idea at all about AFL. When we first started dating, she came to watch me play, and she thought it was very similar to rugby. It was a game of 2 halves, and she left at half time when we came into the rooms. So that was quite amusing. But now we just love our footy, and it's a terrific game. It enables me to bring together a number of passions and our work environment as well. And I think what I hear a lot from people living over in the US who are AFL fans is they want to see more and more of it. And it's interesting timing that the current rights agreement that we have in the US on 3.com is up for renewal pretty soon. So I plan to roll my sleeves up and get pretty dirty in that as well to try and I think the way the kit's turned out is, makes me especially proud. It's a great brand to be a part of. It's great to see you guys wearing it with such pride. And I know that I've asked for kind of a bit of extra kit to keep with me. I'm going to make sure it ends up on some senior executive tables back in New York and Bristol. I made the request, but if we can get 1 or 2 of those jumpers signed by you guys from the different teams, they'll take pride of place in our office. So, make sure you keep in touch with us with our details. I know Doran, the guys have got my details. If you happen to come back on vacation or whatever, we'd love to have you again. We've got our barbie out here put on by some volunteers at the Eagles, so do us a favour if you can say thank you to the guys. Our club is run purely by volunteers, and everyone chips in. It's a great family, great community club. I think it's terrific what you guys have been able to do to achieve, to be able to raise this money, to be able to come out here, take your weekends off, take your annual leave. Everyone I've mentioned says that you're all bloody mad, but they all say that I'm mad for the amount of time that I put into footy as well, so I kind of get where you're coming from. But I know you guys had a barbie on yesterday, I think, down at Bondi, which, from what I understand, set the bar pretty low, so we're going to real Aussie barbie. Here called called the Eagle Burger, which we're famous for here, and I've already had 2 today. So
Right.
we've got a good batch at the moment. So look, congratulations on your win so far. It's all coming into place beautifully. To the Revolution guys, to play at ANZ Stadium on Sunday. I think there's going to you know, you can pick out 1,000 kids who played AFL in Australia and never get that opportunity. So it's something you should truly treasure. Just enjoy it, most of all. Suck it in. It's going to be a fantastic atmosphere for you guys. I know there's going to be a couple of special guests. I know a couple of other special guests that are going to be there as well. So, look, it's going to be an exciting day. It's going to be an exciting week for you next week. Just enjoy it. Enjoy our hospitality. And once again, we're really proud to be involved. So, congratulations.
Well done.
Just for everyone's knowledge, the buses will be back here around 4 o'clock.